How you doing, sweethearts? Happy 1111. Today, I've been painting. Today is a beautiful, beautiful day. A day of a lot of magic coming in the air and bathing humanity. You can liken the energies today to that 1111 symbolism, to literally the gates of heaven opening up and bathing the planet with a whole lot of light. Now, and these gates will continue to expand its opening as we go forward through the end of this year. Now, it's really, really helpful to understand, sweethearts, that with a great amount of light bathing this planet, a great amount of that which is hidden in secret, which is Scorpio's domain, is going to present itself. And, you know, that's what we do. We transmute it and transform it. So, you know, as beautiful as these energies are today and will continue to bathe us as the golden gates of heaven continue to truly open in their magnificence here on the physical plane, as it continues to be fully anchored in, so too will the next couple days be intense. How you doing, Angelita? How you doing, Shirley, Moonlight, Mike, Abu Bakar, Valerie? How y'all doing, sweethearts? Big, big hugs and blessings. And so really allow yourselves to spend some time out in nature and really, you know, give yourself permission to open up and receive these light encoded filaments that this beautiful, beautiful earth and sky is bringing in for us. And Angelina, I caught you live. I haven't been, you know, I've really stepped back from social media, guys. I've really been focusing on about 6 different projects and what have you, and really trying to get a website going for all of us out there that want to contribute and really spread the love in our art and creativity and music and dance and whatever it may be that Twitter paints our hearts. I'm trying to put it together in packages so we can send it out all over the world. So, oh, big, big, big hugs. I love you guys. And so really allow yourselves to get out, get into nature, get into the sun, take advantage of these energies that are really bathing and present right now, and really allow them to flow through you and anchor these in. How you doing, Ace, Shell, Alice? Big hugs and blessings, beautiful sweethearts. I love you guys. And you're really going to, for those who have really been in a space of stagnation, you know, this is really going to fuel that passion that has been buried, that has been denied, that has been forgotten. And how you doing, Jen? Big hugs and blessings. And so you're really going to really start feeling that self-confidence, that claiming of your power, and that passion that's going to fuel that which your heart and soul is aspiring you forward with. And these energies are really going to bring up any space that you are not comfortable in, that standing in your power where you're not comfortable, and or you don't, you have the self-confidence within, but you do not have the self-confidence to step out into the world with it, if you will, sweethearts. And you're really going to find these energies are really going to give you that motivation, to give you that oomph, to give you that aspiration. And it's really going to, let's put it this way, you're really going to become comfortable in your new skin, if you will, or your spirit, your true self is really coming into harmony and becoming comfortable with being in a crystalline form, if you will. And that's the beauty of this, because the more this is really giving you an opportunity, these energies, these light encoded filaments today, to really charge up that crystallining and that plasma golden diamond body that we've been anchoring in, and this is really beautiful energy that we are being bathed with today, that this gateway has opened yesterday and today. But again, as we all know, when light bathes us, as we integrate it, once we integrate with that, comes stuff up to be purged and chosen not to participate, yet whatever it may be. And right now, sweethearts, this truly is your choice point. You're either going to choose heaven, or you're going to continue to choose to really participate in that what's going to be coming up. And right now, let it go. I can only encourage you to see it for what it is, understand it for what it can be, and transform it to that which you know it is. And that's what is going to be presented the next couple days. And if you can really just feel the magic, feel the bliss that is really bathing humanity right now and anchored in today, you're really going to find that you can get through these next few days of intense energies, and you're going to be able to keep it in the forefront, if you will, that it really is just the old, giving you a chance to give it a hug, say I love you, I'm not going to miss you, but it's been real and it's been fun and it's been great, and I love you, take care, and walk away. And that's really what, and if you can keep that right at the back of the forefront, right here, as these come up to be released, sweet ones, you're going to get through this with a whole lot of grace, a whole lot of ease. Allow the emotions, allow it to come up, and again, transform it to what you know it is. Angelita, I've been purging an awful lot deep, icky insecurities. I want to rise above. And right now, that it's a collective thing. Really liking everything that's coming up right now through the next couple days, sweet ones. Really, it's all about trust. In every way, shape, and form, it comes down to trust, literally. And Jen, it's been real, but not real fun. Well, at times it has. There's great pleasure seated in pain, guys. And so, this truly is our choice point, and in every given breath, every given moment, these energies coming in now are just saying you are worthy, you are deserving, and we're going to bring up to the surface and present itself throughout the outside world that this is your chance to say no. I'm not, I am worthy, I'm not, I love you, but I don't need you anymore. And so, how you doing, Idalo? And you're also going to find that these energies are literally bringing in your divine birthrights. All you have to do is be willing to empty out your cups and really truly open yourselves to receive right now, sweet ones. And that's that opening yourself up to the Creator, surrendering to the Creator and saying, I am open to receive my divine birthright. And but in order to receive, you have to trust. And that's what all of this is coming up now, that these energies are bathing us with, is going to show you literally every space you do not trust. And with trust comes unworthiness and undeserving and rejection, abandonment. It's all tied into that. So really allow yourself just to say, you know what, I know why you're presenting yourself. I love you. I'm grateful for the experience, but I don't need to feel it anymore. I don't need to experience anymore. I am worthy. I am deserving. And I'm claiming that once and for all. And how you doing, Jacqueline, Jody, Nikki? I love you guys. And so really, these energies are magnificent. I have been, for myself, and one of the reasons I really have backed off and stepped away is because my vessel has gone through a whole lot of transforming, if you will. So I am or have not been trusting in myself. Angelita, sweetheart, these last few months, if you will, have been both. It's showing us where we do and are trusting in ourselves, and then again, where we're not and where we haven't been. And where we're truly have surrendered to spirit and listening to that inner guidance, or still seeking confirmation and validation, yada, 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 outside of ourselves. And you know, don't shy away from reaching out if you need to reach out. Reaching out and saying, look, I need you, send me some love, I need a virtual hug, I need you to hold space for me, versus, going to somebody and saying, tell me the answers, tell me the answers, tell me the answers. There's a difference. Allow yourselves to reach out if you need to. We're here together. We're doing this together, hand in hand, side by side. The only difference is now these energies are saying, you've graduated, you're a mastery. And, if you want to continue on the path of your mastery, we need you to release that of the old so you can make room for new information to come in. Because all light is information. And that's what this is doing. It's just bringing up stuff so you can let it go and make room for more light to come in, for more light to bathe you, for more wisdom and information to be anchored in through these incoming light encoded filaments. And it's asking you to dance with the passion of your soul, but it's asking you to have the discipline and the discernment to understand that life is meant to be lived on the edge, to jump over the edge, but not to get caught up in the extreme of living on the edge. Because there is discernment that comes in with you let a fire burn and you let it rage uncontrolled, things get destroyed. And fire is passion, and just like you can control the flow of lava, of your lava, if you will, that's what this is asking you to do. This is asking you to dig deep within to the dark, deep, buried passion, hidden passion and fire of your flame in your heart and your soul, and to let it soar and to let it take flight in the limitlessness of the limits of eternity. And there is no time, but there's all time. Because in eternity, in and of itself, sweethearts, is time. It's only the confines of the linear experience of time and space that keep you tracked within the limits of time and space. Because really, you are limitless in the limits of eternity. And that is what these energies are showing you. Let go of that which no longer serves you and open yourselves up to the expansiveness of all that you are, the expansiveness of imagination, the expansiveness of vastness. I've been feeling very isolated and disconnected. Yes, you have, because for many of you it feels like you've been in a void. It feels like you have been disconnected from your teams, from spirit, from this, from that. And again, when that occurs, sweet ones, that's really a space of spirit just saying, take the time to integrate, take the time to step away, take the time to really be present with you. And again, that you're coming out of that space now, and you're coming out rebirthed, renewed. Jacqueline says, I feel like I am not here anymore. Laugh out loud. Oh, you all know that I say that a lot. I've been there. And really what it is you're really in that crossing, Jacqueline. You're in that transport, if you will, of the dimensions. And again, that's part of the morphing that's going on. I've talked a lot about the morphing, and if you observe outside in nature especially, you will really see that morphing taking place for you. And let's see what if another thing about feeling isolated and disconnected. It's really helpful to understand, sweet ones, that on the journey it is very, or even for those not on the journey, it is very easy to come into a space of comfortableness and complacency of being alone. Your natural state of being is in union. And our natural state of being is in union. And another thing, oh look, I don't know what that is, but it just landed on me. You see it? It's kind of a weird bug. It looks like it has larvae all over it. Maybe it was, I don't know what it is. Maybe a dragonfly. And it's, Jacqueline, it's not that you're becoming numb, if you will. Beautiful. It's that it's falling away from you. Remember, I've said, as long as you don't engage and participate in those lower frequency energies, if you will, you're going to find those lower timelines are collapsing and going to fall away. You're going to find a lot of people that no longer hold that new higher frequency that you have evolved yourself to. And so it's not that you're becoming numb to it. Beautiful. That's a good way of describing it. Absolutely. But it's really that they're falling away. And so they're no longer, again, remember, I tell you, I say all the time that perception is self-reflection. It's our own. And even when we observe it from the human aspect, if you will, not from sitting on the deck, but I mean from the human aspect of it, when you can observe it through one of those 9 lenses of the human aspect, it's something in your cellular DNA, whether it's from your ancestors, whether it's generational, whether it's ancient, whatever it may be, it's in there and it's for you to transform, neutralize and transform. When you no longer engage in those things that you truly no longer want a part of your life, those things that you no longer want to experience, jealousy, competition, this, that, and the other, and you let it go, and you truly 0 point it and release it and make that choice. I don't need to experience it anymore. You're going to find that you become, as Jacqueline says, numb to it. And you're going to find that you really don't engage in any of those kinds of experiences anymore. And that's why you've become numb, because you have collapsed it. And it is, as you feel numb, if you will, it is falling away. And the more, the more it falls away, if you will, or that energy goes away, something new comes in to replace it. But you don't really observe, the human aspects don't really observe that until few months down, few weeks, few months down the road, it pops up again and it's like, oh yeah, that hasn't been in my experience lately. I'm not even going to engage in it now because I really don't want to bring it back. That's just, the past always comes back, that's that infinity. Everything will come back around giving you a choice. Am I going to participate or am I going to just love it and let it go? So that's what's coming up. All these insecurities, all of these feelings of unworthiness, all these feelings of doubt, all these feelings of, oh, maybe I really am just crazy in this spiritual journey. Just, trust thyself. That's the best advice I can guide you on. I can encourage you on. Trust thyself, because there's everything that's going to be coming up in the next few days with the gates of heaven now being open and we being flooded with the lights from the gates of heaven. It's really going to push your buttons. It's really going to test you to see if you really truly are done with those lower vibrations, and if you really want to step fully into your divine birthright, claim fully your divinity, your power, and say, I am evolving. I am rising fully into the fifth dimensional frequencies. And that's what you're going to be tested on, if you will. If you have to give it a description of initiation or test, this, that, and the other, you're really going to find this weekend, Really Sweet Ones, is that final choice point. And it's just going to be coming up literally to empty your cup, to empty that grail, to say, feel it with the light and the love of all that I am. Anchor it in, I'm really truly done with duality's experiences, and I surrender. But we'll hide in bed for a few days. Hey, honor that. Straight up, guys, honor that. If you feel tired, if you have no energy, if you feel blah, that's your vessel communicating to you. That is your vessel saying, I need a little more time. You're here. You have transitioned from a human being having a spiritual being having a human experience. I started to say that backwards. To a spiritual being having a crystalline plasma experience as a spiritual being. And that's the difference. And that is what is being transformed and what is being morphed. And does it make the fact that you're not human? You're human. There is a difference. Because the human has to live in competition. The human has to sit there and put themselves out there to get their opinions out there. The human has to get out there so people hear their views on things. And that's what we're releasing, is the humanness. So we can become all that we are as the man. And let our rainbow colors radiate. And so really, as we move through these golden gates, there are going to be more. You're going to become more numb, as Jacqueline says, to that of the lower vibrations that are no longer serving you. And you're going to have people push your buttons, and you're going to have people tell you to get real, and this is what is real, and this is what is authentic, and this is what is genuine, yada, 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 yada. And right now, 3-1s, we are in a space of morphing so much, transforming so much, that right now, the only real, genuine, and authenticity is yourself within. Because all this is morphing, and all this is changing, and all this is going to drive you to think you're batty, you're nuts, you're crazy, and you've lost it, and you're hallucinating. So it don't matter what me or anybody else says outside of you. It don't matter. It don't matter any of these live videos. Trust thyself, honor thyself, pamper thyself, make love to thyself, embrace thyself, and fully open thyself to receive the grace and the mercy of thyself. As we are bathed, and Gaia is bathed in these miraculous, abundant, prosperous, joyful, beautiful energies that we are anchoring in and transforming and morphing into the physical plane. And you come the beginning of next week, even over the weekend for many. Again, this is just a linear thing. You can tap into anything and give any planetary alignment, any energies, yada, 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 in any given breath, any given moment when you reach that frequency. And that's why some of us can feel things a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks before they happen, or whatever. Insane is an inner knowing of thyself, and And you know, me, I always ask, okay, angels, okay, Michael, okay, team, you know, whichever I want to call upon, give me an answer, you know. Okay, Melchizedek, okay, Matron, you know, Sandalphon, whichever, you know. I just call upon myself and say, okay, give me the answers. Deeper clarity, please. And you know, every time you go to sleep, take a nap, whatever, you reboot yourself, sweet ones. And so, you know, if you're asking for something, or I am open to receive all that is available to me that I have not received yet, you know. And when you start feeling the, you know, the integration, you start feeling your body, however your body responds to it, and you start to get tired. Anytime you intake and you get an activation, you activate yourself, you get tired, you know, honor that, because that's your body saying, go take a nap. And go take a nap so we can reset and reboot you and recalibrate you to what you have just now asked, and we have, you know, and you have now received and integrated. I'm not familiar with the Phoenix journals. Jacqueline, beautiful, you're going to find I don't do research. I don't read, and I don't watch videos. I don't read or hear or listen or do anything like that. And I haven't on my spiritual journey. People will send me channelings, will send me this and that to read and to listen and to watch, and videos to watch, because it has a lot of knowledge and information and ancient this and exposure of that, and I just don't participate in it. I really truly do not. And the reason I do not is a promise that I made to myself, you know, in the beginning of my journey, and not even realizing that I was making a promise to myself until this past year and a half, was I wanted my spirit to be pure. I didn't want it to be tainted. And now, and you know, this past year and a half, I've really come to understand why I don't watch that stuff. And you know, so many of you send me channelings, and I can tell you this, almost all of them, if you really listen, channel me and others. You know, those of us who say, who have always said, you know, those of us that put out stuff out there that is, you know, most of the time they're channeling us elders, those of us on the council, those of us that are the ancient 144,000, you know, whatever label you want to give it. And so we all just have our own unique individual way of expressing it and putting it out. And so I'm not, beautiful, I'm not familiar with the Phoenix journals. I apologize. I go within for all my information. I literally do, and I allow the universe, the creator, my angels, my guides, to guide me to what I need to read, to what I need to watch, this whatever it may be. And for the most part, I've given up reading. I used to be an avid reader. I used to love to read, and since I've started my spiritual journey, I just haven't. I've stopped. I literally go within. I spend a great amount of time alone in meditative state of bliss, and I really let my spirit guide me, and that's really what I encourage all of you to do. I really truly do. Let's see this. When I'm challenged, I will ask you for grace. Absolutely. Tammy, I want to take a nap. There you go. You need rebooted, beautiful. And you know, when you, Dixie, I don't even know what the Phoenix Journals is. Somebody else is you're either going to have to Google it or you know, ask somebody else, because I'm not familiar with the Phoenix Journals, sweetheart. You know, can you expand on Melchizedek? There's Lord Melchizedek, there's Lord Michael, there's Lord Metatron. It's the Trinity of the Lords. In other words, they really make up that essence of that divine masculine father essence, if you will. Yes, I can expand on it more than that. That's just really a basic for you. Again, I really encourage you guys to go within. You know, when you come across information like that, well, somebody says something like, Lord, I just did Lord Melchizedek, or the Elohim, or, Eloi, or, you come across these words that people speak and you're not familiar with it. I really encourage you to, before you start asking people what it is and this, that, and the other, and asking them to explain, I encourage you, before you do that, to go within. Write it down. If you can't do it right away, until later. And the reason I say that is because there's so much disinformation out there. There is so much. It doesn't matter if it's me, if it's somebody else, if it's somebody that is way more enlightened than I am. It doesn't matter. It comes through the human logic brain and mind, and it will get distorted, because it comes through and it is presented through the frequency that they are at. And if they are at a lower frequency, and you're at a higher frequency, even though that's something that you do not know or not familiar with, and maybe they do, you are getting the truth at their level of emotional frequency versus the absolute truth. And so I really encourage you to really go within on that before you ask for anybody in this space and time to help you. Because right now, Spirit is pushing you, and if you actually observe all of your experience on Facebook, in what you consider real physical, tangible life, Spirit is asking you to stop relying on other people to help you. In every way, shape, or form, Spirit is pushing you to go within. And not only that, for all of us out there that do help people, Spirit has been telling us for over a month forcibly, stop guiding people, stop helping people. They need to start trusting thyself. And they're becoming too codependent on us that help people, guide people, do readings, this, that, and the other. And again, trust thyself. And that's what you're being asked to do, is to surrender to the faith of the trust that you behold. And that faith is the truth of the trust in the Creator. And so, even those that are still coming to me, yes, I do assist them, but even they can tell you I answer them back with questions that they can ask themselves. I'm not giving them the answers. I'm really showing them how to ask themselves those questions. What about the whistleblowers speaking their truth? Well, Jacqueline, again, I have to tell you, I'm not sure what you're talking about, because I really don't access any of that stuff. I have no TV, radio, I have a boombox. I have my, I don't pay attention to the outside old 3D world. I just do not, Jacqueline. I'm sorry. It's not part of my reality. It will not be part of my reality. And again, that is the world we are leaving behind. And the more that humanity continues to focus on the corruption, focus on this, focus on that, yada, 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 that is what they're keeping in their reality. And I choose love. I choose to leave that separation, frequencies, and timelines behind. So, Jacqueline, sweetheart, I really can't answer that for you. The whistleblowers and this, that, and the third is for those that are still in between, either in 3D, still riding the fence between, not sure, or they're not at the frequency to where they can make a clear, conscious choice of what is 3D and what is 5D. Again, we're in a crossing, we're in a timeline, crunch and merge and collapse, and we're shifting worlds. We're shifting octaves and dimensional octaves and frequencies. And again, that's a timeline that you are residing in, beautiful, if it's part of what you're observing. And I'm not judging that. I truly am not. But, I choose in every given moment what I want in my reality. And truly, that is all part of the 3D world. Because in the fifth dimensional frequencies and higher, there is no corruption. There is no lack. There is no struggle. There is none of this that is playing out in this physical time frame for so much of the collective of humanity. It's helpful to understand that which is playing out is a collective reality, and one that I have left. And again, it's a choice what you focus your energies on. And it's all contrast. And you will find when you stop focusing on politics and stop focusing energy on whistleblowers, this, that, and the third, again, like you said earlier, beautiful, I seem to have become numb to 3D. Well, to parts of it, yes, but you just showed yourself, if you step back and you observe, you just showed yourself where truly you haven't become fully numb to 3D. Because whistleblowing is part of that 3D old matrix. Because it doesn't exist in the upper dimensions. I mean, everything is a frequency, and this is really what these energies are showing us. Where we're still focusing on, let's look at it like this. Everything is a contrast. We all know that out of the 7.8 billion souls, and I'm going to get what so many of you guys call real here for the human. And I say that with all the love in my heart, because what so many call real, I sit there and know it's a hologram. So what's real to the human aspect right now, if you will, for many, is this physical plane and what is taking place on this physical plane. Well, it's really helpful to understand that what takes place on the physical plane is a collective conscious, not necessarily an individual. What happens to you individually is yours. Otherwise, you're observing, and you're either going to claim the collective conscious or you're not going to claim the collective conscious, if you will. And what's real is being morphed. It's being transformed. It is not the same. And it will not be the same. And, when you can really allow yourself to, again, I have to sit there and say, detach. Detach from the one lens, and step back and really observe, because, when you can observe what's going on, you can observe it from 12 different lenses and more, and literally choose your timeline, choose where you're going to be, what you want to experience. And more, these energies more and more are bringing you into that self-confidence again that you have within, that knowing you have within, to anchor it into the actual physical. And one of the things on this journey that you're really going to notice is you have become comfortable, familiar, and complacent with being alone, with being solitude, with seclusion. Because, oh God, I can't participate in those energies, or I'm too sensitive to go out into the world, I get affected. Well, that's part of your mastery, is learning how to master yourself as you are out in the world, because you are sensitive, yes. And you are. We are very sensitive. But as more and more, as we step into the mastery and we anchor that mastery in, that's where we go. Jesus didn't hide. Mary Magdalene didn't hide. Whatever aspect you want to look at it, they were in unity with the world. And so that's where we're really coming out, because really, to keep ourselves in seclusion and isolation and this and that, we are literally putting ourselves right back into a space of closing our heart off to the union and uniting of love, because our natural state of being is in union. Now, whether that is a romantic union, whether that is any other kind of union, a friendship, a work relationship, whatever it may be, when we keep ourselves isolated and in seclusion, I'll be the first one to sit there, because I back away a lot, and so this is something that we're all doing. Light will shine on all the darkness, and really there is no darkness, and that's a space you're coming into understanding. All darkness is light. It's just condensed. And by shining all these bathing energy lights that are coming in, these light encoded filaments are just expanding that which we have believed is darkness, which is really just condensed love or condensed light. We're expanding it back out into that which it truly is. Again, it is what it is. To truly know love is to see it for what it is, understand it for what it can be, and to transform it into what it is. And that's the beautiful thing of it. And speak your mind, concubine, wedding, love, and life is more important thing on this planet. It's absolutely, Peter, I agree. And Angelita, if you know your path, it is not because our path is one step, one moment, one choice. That's absolutely in every breath, in every moment. And and you're coming to find that where you have become stagnant, that passion that's being ignited by Jupiter coming into Scorpio now, and that passion that you're really going to dive deep into the depths or the dark of yourself, if you will, you're going to find that passion. You're going to find that it's okay to be, instead of saying darkness, you're going to find that the naughty and niceness of yourself is going to come into harmony, and you're going to let it roar but tame its burn, if you will. You're merging fire and water into steam rather than having one or the other overpower each other. And that's the beautiful thing. And you're really going to find, after these next couple days of intense energies, because of us, the golden gates of heaven, if you will, being open, bathing this light energy on the planet today, you're really going to find that which it brings up to the surface truly is just you giving us being given the opportunity to let our passion flare, with the divine responsibility of it not burning others or ourselves. And that's a very powerful, powerful gift we're being given. And that's a very powerful honor that is being activated within all of us. And Sharon, it's so good to see you. It's a beautiful rainy day here in West Virginia, so I'm inside working on the flower of life for the packages. Oh, beautiful. I love you, Sharon. I'm painting today. I finished it. I gotta let it dry for a little while. It's probably gonna take about 10-12 hours to dry, and then I'll finish it. But I'm working on a great big canvas today, and I've painted the background, and then I'm gonna do. I'm actually going to. I'll show you guys when I'm done. It's gonna take me a few days. How you doing, everybody? Big hugs and blessings, sweetheart. Peter trying to say hello live. I don't know how to even do any of that. People ask me that, Peter, all the time, and I really don't. It pops up saying someone's trying to join the conversation, and then it goes away, and I don't even know what to press. So I apologize for those who try to join the conversation. I really don't know how to do it. And you know what? Just allow yourselves to dance. Let us dance together through these intense energies that are going to arise. And yes, they're going to arise, and that's okay, because now we know, and many of you are coming into that understanding and that knowing that this is how it works. We get bathed with light encoded filaments, they start to trickle, they come in, we have to integrate it, we integrate it, it brings up the old stuff for us to transform, transmute, transform, release, and then we do it again, that's the infinity cycle. That is how we do it, and that is the glory of us. As we anchor this lights in, we can shine more, and truly we are anchoring heaven on earth in paradise. So, allow the emotions to flow through. Don't attach, allow yourself not to detach or attach new emotions to it, sweethearts. And really just flow through these. Push the camera, click on the picture, click on the picture, click on the picture, click on the picture. Click on the camera and push the picture on your screen that pops up. Okay, well, nothing's popping up now, so we'll try it the next time. On that note, sweet ones, I love you. Go play, go play with Gaia. And have a wonderful, wonderful day. I love you. Big, big, big hugs and blessings. All right, Wendy, you popped up. Oh, where'd you go now, Wendy? Wendy popped up, but I don't know. So we will have this again. Oh, it's never ending. It's all right. Try again, Wendy. Peter, I just tried it. Okay. Hold on, guys. Instead of hanging up, I'm gonna add these guys. Let's see if this works. On any of this. So let's try it. Okay, Wendy and Peter, I just touched you both. Told me to. Hi, Wendy. How you doing, beautiful? Peter, I just. Hi. Hey, anybody else do that? If you want to join, then click, and we'll get a group chat going here.
Yeah, that's how it works. When everybody, there is a camera that's on our thing that we push that has the emojis on there, the hearts. We push on that camera, and then when it goes on your screen, you can do the same thing on your side. There's going to be a little dot that you push on. You push on that, and it puts you live. Some people got to put their phone on the side. Some people got to put it straight up. But, hey, it's all good.
Hey, okay, I just added Sharon, Angelita, Annette. I don't know how many of you want to come on here, but I just can more than one people do it, or can you? I don't know.
I think Facebook finally got it. I know if you want to do more views, you take 2 more cameras of, I'm going to tell everybody because this is what I do. 2 different versions or phones and cameras and stuff, and I place them all and I put them all on Facebook. You can sign in your own Facebook account on live on different devices. I also take my phone and I project it to my big screen TV, so I can have you guys on my big screen TV and then also on my phone, where I can read and do my live on my phone and then have it on my screen TV. And then my other device is also connected to our live. And what I'll do is I'll allow somebody else on that device to come in at the same time. The one to talk to about that is really good is Israel and Shaman Poet, because they're the ones that had to do the multi-facings. But if we all get together and say, hey, Facebook, we want to do a multi-chat like we do on Messenger and stuff, they're going to have competition, baby. So we're going to get what we want, because it's all about this and all about this, and we all know we're all about this. So,
right.
I love you.
Annette,
what you're saying.
Can you see me? Annette, I cannot see you. I can only see just me and her right now. I can't. I added you guys, but for whatever reason, it's only bringing one person up. But I'm on my phone, so maybe that's why. Sweetheart, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Beautiful.
I'm gonna come off, and when I come off, it'll allow you to go ahead and sign up whoever you want. I don't want to take any of your viewers' times.
But
I wanted to show you how to do
it. I appreciate it. Thank you.
I just want to say I love you and thank you.
I love you too, beautiful. I appreciate your help here. Thank you very much.
No. You're the first one I got on this since this morning. I did like a 2-hour, I think an hour and some. When I do my lives, I'm crazy. I'm wearing my red today. I was watching Rocky Balboa and get into the Eye of the Tiger and Rising Up, and I think that's what. And I just turned you on, and I got in the middle of the broadcast, and you're like, the darkness is the light, and the light is the darkness. I'm like, yeah, baby, you tell them.
And that's all it is. That's all dark is. It's just condensed light, and we're just here to expand it out. And there's nothing wrong with the darkness. You know, we have to learn to love that which is dark, that which is naughty, that which is unacceptable, that my phone is cutting out on me. I'm not sure why it's cutting out. And so, you know, we're beautiful and it's okay and everything is as it all is well, all is a perfect design, and we're beautiful. So have a magical, magical day, sweet ones. Embrace the energies of this 1111 gateway that has really opened up the light to bathe us and as giving us opportunity to anchor it in and really morph this physical plane even more so into the glory of heavenly paradise. I love you. Big, big, big hugs and blessings. Have a great day, guys. Bye bye now.